What you're about to witness is the recap of Riverdale, Episode 7, Season 2, Tales from the Darkside.
The two of us served witness to the most boring episode this season, and it left our world a little darker.
Hey, I'm Josie.
And I'm Ashley.
We thought we'd shake it up for this review of Riverdale in honor of Riverdale shaking it up with their format. They did something a little different, a little creepy, and introduced 3 vignettes to show like the effect the Black Coat's having on the community. What do you think of it?
The whole episode? It was one of the most boring episodes of this season. It was entirely style over substance. But we got a little bit of character development, so it had a few good points.
Like it did. It felt kind of like a waste. Cool idea, no follow through.
Yeah.
But like we're set up for the next episode. We're building to that winter break, and I cannot wait for that final episode.
I am ready.
So like the episode starts off with a warning from the Black Coat, and he goes like, "People of Riverdale, I have rid this town of the drug-dealing child killer and others like him. Now you must choose your fates. The next 48 hours will be a test, and I'll be watching you closely. Show me you are pure of heart, and my work ends. Continue to sin, and I'll take up this work again." Oh, so like it opens, it has that kind of like true crime feel when it's showing you the grainy footage where like this is based on true events. And it gives us stories on Juggie, Archie, like together, Ronnie, Betty together, and Josie.
Okay. Yeah. So we're gonna break down a recap like they did in the show, one by one. Let's start with Jug.
Yeah, so Jug and Archie are the first vignette we get. Juggie becomes an accidental drug runner when he's convinced by Penny Peabody, the resident snake charmer, that his dad FP is in danger. So after Jughead successfully runs his drugs down to Greendale, he goes to prison to check on his dad, who he believes has been badly beaten, only to find out he's fine and that Juggie got played.
Penny Peabody, man.
She is
stone cold.
Like she's gonna be like, I think like our B villain that's just kind of pulling the strings. It's gonna be cool.
Oh, Archie actually shined in this episode. He was a really great friend. He came back for Juggie after he had a flat tire, and Jug took a ride with that creepy Candyman.
That was...
Farmer McKinley.
That was probably one of the best parts of the episode. Like, anytime you can get Candyman into a show.
I know, it just kind of felt like a waste though.
It did feel like really great with the show that the last episode was about the Sugarman, like a drug dealer, and now we get the Candyman. Perfect. And like when Jug ends up having to get a hitchhike with like the creepiest farmer in Riverdale, or Greendale for that matter. And it's just creepy, and he at one point he has to buy gas for this dude, and he sees blood dripping out of the back of the truck and lifts it, and it's a dead deer. Like, oh, creepy and awesome. Like even how it ends in the dive diner.
And Archie actually like helps Juggie pay for the meal after after Juggie spent all his money paying the farmer to give him a ride. But
perfect timing.
Good job, Archie. We're really proud of you this week.
No, so it was kind of nice to see a character that was this kind of like biblically driven. And so we know that there's probably like maybe a little hidden cult potentially in Riverdale.
Very nice.
We'll see where this leads.
Ooh, alright. Get excited for my theories. And
after Archie and Juggie, we get to get familiar with Josie.
Which I actually really like this part, because we don't see a lot of Josie.
Again, episode VIP.
Yeah,
like
fantastic.
Hands down. We actually have to see how she can act, and we actually have to care about Josie.
Yeah, and I really do now. I really do. She feels like a fully formed character now.
When it first cuts to Josie's story, we get to find out she's getting presents from a secret admirer. She's not sure how to feel. Her mom's kind of concerned, because why is some stranger like breaking into her locker, leaving her cute presents? And like she has like Cheryl Blossom whispering in her ear.
Is Cheryl like a good friend or not? I can't quite tell.
No.
But she's helping her out.
She's manipulating her.
That's true. She's isolating her from her friends.
It's incredible. Like, she has the Pussycats right now. Like, Mel and Val have their claws out. Because, like, little Cheryl's gotten in there and she's kind of stealing Josie away. To the point Josie's going after, like, a singing contract on her own. When it's Josie and the Pussycats. Like, she's a great, talented singer, but it's Josie and the Pussycats.
Yeah, that's true.
And
And then we get a good fake out for Josie's death. I was a little actually scared she was dead.
That was incredible. I was like, of course, Riverdale's getting me attached to her just to kill her. You have like the Black Hood sneak in while Josie's practicing and slit her throat. And then it was all a dream.
This isn't Game of Thrones.
Like,
we can hold our attachments close.
Right? I kind of like not knowing who's safe though.
That's true.
And so it's a fake out. And she ends up actually going out with a date with like Riverdale creep Chuck.
Yeah.
That was actually, it was kind of sweet.
It was kind of sweet. It seems like he's trying to change, but it could also just be an act. But I guess we'll find out. Or
her mom's not too pleased with it. We're getting to know her mom and kind of the hypocrisy that maybe her mother embodies, which we got hints of earlier. This episode nails it down, and it ends with kind of a little surprise.
Josie gets a lovely present from her secret admirer, which is a painting, or it's a drawing of her that says, "If I can't have you, nobody can," and a pig's heart.
Like, perfect. Nothing says love like a pig's heart.
Nothing at all.
And it's
so romantic.
We're kind of left to believe that it was probably Cheryl who left this for her, because it cuts to her drawing a picture of her and her new best friend Josie, as you know most teenagers do. I know, I draw pictures of you when I'm not with you.
Totally, all the time.
How else will you know we're friends?
Exactly. But anyway, yeah, it's the same style of photo, and she's listening to Josie's song, and it's all very creepy.
Those blossoms are just...
I don't know what's gonna
There's
happen.
no coming back if you're a blossom.
No.
Incest isn't good. I know we ship it sometimes, but it's not good. Final event of the episode. Ronnie and Betty kind of go off on their own little adventure and do some sleuthing.
Ronnie goes undercover to find out if Sheriff Kellers having an affair, while Betty's stuck on the idea that he's the Black Hood.
I would have been with Betty. Like,
fair enough.
The most logical sense. But Betty is not quite as worldly as our dear Veronica. Turns out he's having an affair with Josie's mom.
The mayor of the town. I mean, it's cool you get to see them like in earlier in the episode. You get to see them together all the time, so like it kind of like leads up to that. But anyway, so we learned we should always trust Ronnie's instincts.
Like, always trust Ronnie.
She knows what's up.
So our three kind of stories merge together at Pop's Diner. It's a little more low-key than usual. Everyone's kind of had a rough night. Like, Juggie and Archie are dealing with crazy killers. Josie's, like, just dealing with finding pig hearts. And Ronnie and Betty decide to keep the secret of the affair to themselves. And so it's, like, low-key night at Pop's until Pops gets a phone call. And they learn that they failed the Black Hood's test. So we can expect some more mayhem because a reckoning is upon them.
Maybe next episode will actually be exciting.
Honestly, like, this episode is probably one of the weaker ones they've had overall, which sucks because, like, I was stoked when we got the original credits. So I'm gonna be honest, like, overall I'd probably give it like 2.5 pancake mix batters out of 5.
Yeah, I was thinking like just straight up 2 pancake batters out of 5 because there was no real action plotline.
Nothing. I guess the biggest change is that Archie the biggest change is that Jughead's a drug runner now.
Yeah,
which is still a big deal. But it didn't feel like that big of a deal.
But it wouldn't be Riverdale if we didn't include our theories, and my first one actually involves the snake charmer, Penny Peabody. So, FP apparently owes a debt to Penny Peabody, and I definitely think it's child support. Okay, so my theory is that Penny Peabody and FP banged, had a kid, it's Sweet Pea. That's Jughead's brother, and that goes with our theory from a couple weeks ago.
It explains why they look so much alike.
Exactly.
And why is he named Sweet Pea?
If she's not Penny Peabody's kid.
They have to be related.
Exactly.
Like, they have to be. I'm waiting. Like, I love a little twist when you find out people are secret, like, half-siblings.
Alright, what is your first theory?
Well, personally, for, like, my realistic theory, I think Chuck's gonna die. Like,
definitely.
Why introduce him? And he's cleaning his act up. He's going to church. He's taking Josie for cute dates and dancing at Pops. Why introduce him unless he's gonna die?
He's a sinner.
Like,
and he's gonna get his reckoning.
And like, considering the link the Black Hood has with Betty, I just tried to drown him with maple syrup. Yeah. If there's someone who I would be scared of, Chuck, I'm sorry, man, you're going down.
I mean, yeah, because why else would they introduce him to? Because He hasn't been in the show for quite a long time, but yeah, now they bring him back.
He's like a dude we'll recognize, but he's not a character we care about.
Exactly.
So it's like, hits a little closer to home. So Chuck, I give you to the mid-season break.
I give you to the end of next episode. What's your first crazy theory?
I think Sabrina's coming. This was such a spooky, supernatural one. So like, we know that CW has announced a CW show for Sabrina the Teenage Witch and her magic and awesomeness. This is the perfect episode. It's spooky and weird. It shows they can do a different format. Like, let's have some undead Archie, courtesy of Sabrina.
Okay, but speaking of the supernatural, this is the craziest theory I've ever had. Okay, so we get when the Candyman, sorry. So when the Candyman, Farmer McGinley, is talking to Jughead, he's telling him about the family that got murdered and how this is like a big tragic event and it happened like however many years ago. And like this is like a resurgence of it. So I have a theory that the Black Hood is a supernatural evil entity similar to It from the Stephen King universe that comes by every 30 years or so and religiously kills people. And Sabrina the Teenage Witch is going to be the only one who can fix it.
I love it. Like, I love it.
It's super crazy, but I like it. I like that theory.
Go a little crazy though,
right?
And like, why give us this kind of spooky, eerie episode if they're not just gonna go for it? And like, Riverdale's proven to be a show that just goes for it. Now, I have a theory that builds off your theory.
Okay.
Only a little bit more different.
Okay.
I think the fire unleashed the Black Hood.
Ooh, the fire at the Blossoms?
Like the Blossoms fire.
Ooh,
and
okay.
So, like, it was this entity that was locked away. Like, I'm thinking maybe a Sugar Man. Because why cast Candyman unless you want us thinking about the Sugar Man? And so you're thinking about that. Like, and somehow, like, a talisman or something got destroyed. And again, Sabrina, she's got to come save it.
Definitely.
There's also the off chance that Sabrina accidentally did this.
Ooh,
like,
true.
I would love it if it was like a miscast, like Sabrina messed up and she's accidentally like bringing the dead to life.
But I really like that like the fire caused it because like there was a human sacrifice and then there was a fire. Well, that's like all the things you need for movie time.
Father killing son.
Yeah.
Oh, father killing son. What if the Black Hood's Jason? If they're going down that road, supernatural, undead Jason going around killing people?
Ooh.
Sinners, like he got killed because he wouldn't follow the sins of his father. He's like going to meet his like girlfriend he knocked up out of wedlock. Like if you're gonna twist it that way. Let's close on one that I think could be realistic. Okay. Ethel's in cahoots with the Black Hood. That's totally realistic.
Realistic.
She's like damaged by what happened with Chuck. She's self-conscious. Some like older gentleman comes in to make you feel good about yourself. Kind of starts like, what do you call it when you, starts grooming her. Working together. We haven't seen her that much. The only one we had was that fake out when the van comes around and Archie and the Red Circle come to the rescue. Like that, she has a part to play.
I think that's pretty good. I like that theory.
Like, I'm not saying she's doing the killing, but like maybe she's involved. Maybe she's like pointing out certain people.
Ooh, yeah. Maybe she's the one putting the gifts in Josie's locker.
Like, no one knows. Like, Ethel's not someone people notice.
That's true.
So she could totally eavesdrop and be like, yo, sinners. Sinners.
Trying to get revenge on the whole town because her dad killed himself? Or tried to, I guess. He didn't actually.
Like, if anyone has the, like, backstory to do it.
I dig it. All right.
But it's not about what we think. It's about what you think. Do you have some crazy theories? Maybe you think we were a little too out there. What'd you think of our new format? Let us know in the comments below.
And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.